Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he's coming out of the end zone. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Smith wants to throw. Still looking on the move. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Got a man. It's Haynes. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Jayhawks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll run the option. Breaks the tackle. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
And they're able to make the tackle.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. You know, rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
The Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. Smith dropping to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, right choke, Jayhawk.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Oh, they're after him. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense was able to get to the QB, and I think that's what really creates the interception. Because of the pressure, because of the hit on the quarterback, it affected the velocity, it affected the accuracy of the throw. The defense comes away with a huge takeaway.
Smith wants to throw. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that can get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Jayhawks will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Tate. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. To the air, it's Montana. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Dickens. Still running at the 40. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And
Once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Checks it down to the running back. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Clemson jumps to the line. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Montana. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Rolling right and going deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Plucks it out of the air. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Got his man on the right. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Down to 2 minutes to play in the 1st half, and it has been a dandy. A chance to perhaps get this game tied up before the break. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to pop the draw. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here. He'll pull it on the read. All down, Liddell move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Smith dropping to pass. Spits it out to the back. Grabbed in the middle. It's Haynes. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. He'll do it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't make the connection.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting it, because on this drive, this quarterback has found this guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
That is no good. That one could have helped out a bit there, guys, but still an 8-point game. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. 1st down for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll immediately call timeout.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Finds his tight end. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Clemson is quick to the line. Looking to throw. It's Montana. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Motion from the back. On the option. He'll toss it. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Trying to get behind the defense. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Now improvising. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Wants to throw. It's Montana. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy. So now on comes the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
The short hands, it's Tate. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Back to throw, it's Montana. Grabbed over the middle, it's Tate. Touchdown, Tigers! And the route is on. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic. And this guy is having himself a day.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Ball is loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. Looking to throw on first down.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
How about the effort by the running back? Great job. Listen, it's not an ideal situation, but when you get yourself backed up like that, and it's third in eternity, you put yourself in a bad situation. He almost climbed out of it single-handedly. Nice.
Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, catches the defense off guard.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, they come up short. It's not going to set up 4th and 1. If I'm this offensive coordinator, I'm finding who's my biggest, most physical back, the guy that I can trust to get north and go get me this first down.
And so I'm bringing all the big bodies in on the defensive line, and I'm making sure I get a little.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Jayhawks are rolling down the field. Smith wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. Escape. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. And the Jayhawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. Pulls it in. It's Humphries. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a 1st down.
And the option is so hard to stop, and so many bodies near the line of scrimmage on 4th and short. They run it, but just a good job by the quarterback finding space. He didn't need to pitch it. Takes it himself and gets just a...
Touchdown, Rockchalk! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And the offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's got it. Trying to rumble in. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach... Touchdown, Clemson! And the punishment has been extended.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Kansas offense returns to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs. Smith dropping to pass. Might be looking to run. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the 1st down. The Jayhawks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do...
Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. Coming out with it, it's Moss. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Throws and fired complete. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
First quarter, first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments. Caught over the middle. It's Royer. Touchdown, Kansas State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moss. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Finds a spot in the middle. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. From any spot on the field, they're a threat to get a chunk play, and they just did it. 1st and 10 from the 40. To the air, it's Newton. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up.
Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Hurricanes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Concepcion. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Montana. Throws for the tight end. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell, sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone, know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
They'll keep it on the ground. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Pushes ahead. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. Ready to try the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them.
Will put total weather to crank us up. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Dropping back, it's Montana. Fires left. Makes the grab, it's Tate. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Concepcion. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers.
There he goes.
about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
You got it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Jordan. They will score! Touchdown, Kansas State! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. He'll start this drive going to the air. Finds a man on the left. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that 1st down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive. Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Jordan. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
Second down, he'll throw it. Looking for a huge play. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first. That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense.
He'll take the deep shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats. Once he got some room, it was over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
A decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Kansas State. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll bring it out deep, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Recovered by the kicking team.
Oh, and that is so close. That was almost 6 on the board for the return team. That is a game-changing type play. You change the momentum, you give your own team a spark with a return like that.
Trying to slam it.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Here he comes. This is a gamble. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the quarterback's thrown from the pocket. He's trying to fit that. tackle into a real small window down the middle of the field, and the defender's hit was able to jar the ball loose from the receiver. Great job.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he... ready to kick it away to get things started. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Looking for a man. It's Montana. That's caught. It's Royer. Turning it on. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic bean on the opening play of the game, taking a shot. Doesn't get better than that if you're this quarterback.
That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. Kansas stayed quick to the line, keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Going for 6. To the end zone, and is picked off. He's brought down. A short return to the defense. Comes out on top with a pick.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Looking for a big play. Brings it in down the left side. Running free. Past the 10. It's a fumble. Touchdown, Tigers.
coach's heart just skipped a beat. Looks like they were going in for the easy touchdown, but he puts it on the ground. Everything's going bad. But Johnny on the spot. Somebody was paying attention, David, and is able to hop on that ball for a touchdown.
And that's why you always keep competing. Coaches are going to harp on that all the time. Finish the play. You're never out of it. You don't know what's going to happen, and that's a perfect example. Ball gets on the ground. Offensive player now says, oh, crud, I got to jump on. Jumps on the football and gets a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Catch in the middle, it's Tate.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Here comes the heat. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to let it go. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Montana. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Royer. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. K-State trying to cannonball their way to a score from the red zone. Going to the run, it's Jordan. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Kansas State calls. From the gun, looking for a man. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas State. The extra point here would tie the game. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Handoff from the gun. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Tigers just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Dropping back, it's Stewart. Takes his shot. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Fighting off the defender. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moss. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This should be the last play of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Stewart. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 25. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's looking to pass. Extending the play. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Montana. Going downfield for the big play. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball.
Running free. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Kansas State.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he made the extra point without problem.
LSU 14.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Buys just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a 1st and goal. Why not trying to get it in? He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Powers forward. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
28, LSU 14.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the ground with the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll be stopped, but not